Oh, doesn't time fly when you're floating around in champagne luxury on a lemonade salary and the car hasn't bankrupted you yet? Because I can't quite believe that we are just weeks away from it being 1 year since I purchased this early L405 Range Rover autobiography for my wife to be her daily driver to use as our primary family car with our family of 6. And I've learned a lot about these cars over the last 12 months and 10,000 miles. Some of the negative stereotypes are true, others not so much. But as I look down at the dash and see this car approaching the dreaded 100,000 miles, it's time to keep or quit this car. Should you buy a cheap Range Rover to be used as a family car? Well, there's only one way to find out. My name's Ben. Welcome to Dadcars. Welcome back to the channel, and it's been a little while since we've done a Range Rover video on the Dadcars channel. So a quick recap. Nearly 12 months ago, I purchased this 2013 SD V8, the 4.4 diesel, and I bought it effectively a private sale, so without warranty, and I paid £15,000 for this with 84,000 miles on the clock, which at the time seemed like a fair deal for so much car. We did a post-purchase inspection up with my friend Ash at Exotic and Supercar and found out that all things considered, for the money, I bought a pretty decent car. We did a 1,000 mile family road trip up to Scotland and back with my wife and 4 children. And whilst it did let us down, give us a bit of a scare, it never left us stranded. It still got us there, it still got us back. We then took it for a full service and some preventative maintenance up at Tom Lemfall's. And so all in for servicing and maintenance costs on this car, I've spent less than £2,500 doing 10,000 miles, which all things considered in my books isn't that bad. You know, I was sort of setting aside £3,000 a year for servicing and maintenance and expecting to pay that. So we are on track. However, yesterday I did see the service required message pop back up on the dash, and it was only 4 months ago that we did a full service on this car. I suspect that could be down to the fact that this is used for short trips quite often. It's used for a lot of city driving. I've heard that these diesels are very susceptible to DPF issues and oil dilution, but I was hoping it wasn't going to be as bad as requiring another oil change within 4 months. I mean, the car that we had prior to this was a 2013 BMW X5 30D, and it was used in exactly the same way as this for those local trips as well. And in 6 years of ownership, we never had an issue. Another issue that we found using this for short and frequent city trips is the scale of it. I mean, if anyone's watching in America, you know, this is a nice tidy sized vehicle, but here in the UK, a full fat Range Rover is massive. When you need to bay park this at busy family destinations, you're very limited on the bays that you can use, so you end up having to go and park it on a curb somewhere. And speaking of curbs, when we're visiting family and friends and we have to park on the street, which is quite frequent, you basically got 2 choices with this car. You park far enough away from the curb that you don't curb your wheels, but then you risk getting your wing mirror broken or scratches along the side of the bodywork as cars try to squeeze past, or you sacrifice your alloys. And as you can see on every single one of these 21-inch alloys, over the last 12 months, they've all managed to pick up their own city life war wounds, shall we say. And in fact, that is the one and only thing really that my wife dislikes about this car, is how easy it is to curb those wheels. She didn't have that problem with the X5. The 19-inch alloys had a lot more tyre, so you could use the tyre to find the curb. So if you are thinking about buying a family Range Rover and the majority of its use is going to be in the city, honestly, I cannot recommend it. I do not think you should buy one, particularly if only 4 months after its last service, this now requires another oil change. However, if you're going to be using your family Range Rover to do longer trips, to do family road trips, honestly, I don't think there's anything better than this. name another car for sub £15,000 that you can use as a family of 6 that's going to be more comfortable, more effortless than this on long family road trips. Honestly, look, comment below because I'd love to hear some suggestions. So am I keeping this car or am I going to try and sell it? Am I going to try and get out before it bites me too hard? Well, the rational thing to do, like I say, because we do so many short trips, a lot of city use, this is a terrible car for that. It's dreadful. The rational thing to do is get rid of this and buy instead a large family car which can cope with short trips, sitting in congestion, idling away. But anybody who subscribes to this channel will know I am not a rational man. It's not a rational thing to do as a dad when you've got 3 children to buy a V12 Aston Martin DB9. I did it anyway. It's not a rational thing to have a 6-seat Maserati Gran Turismo as my daily. Wanting to have 4 children is not a very rational thing. And look, I'll be honest, if I could click my fingers and swap this for a 5-litre V8 petrol of the same spec, I would. But the fact is, they're like 5 grand more-ish. So I can't do that. Plus there's about a 10 miles per gallon difference between those 2 cars. I mean, this on a run will do low 30s, around town low 20s, but I think it is literally like 10 miles per gallon less if you've got the mighty V8 petrol. So the additional fuel cost is likely to be higher than an additional oil service with the diesel. So no, because I don't think I'll be able to sell this car for an amount which I could then get something else for the same amount of money, which is equally as interesting, I'm doubling down, I'm keeping it. In actual fact, I'm going to be spending more money on this car, doing some family modifications to see if I can remove some of those cons, some of those annoyances of this car. So I'm changing the wheels, and I'll show you the wheels that I've got later in this video. But right now, I'm actually on my way to go and do something bonkers. And to all of the people that have commented on my various videos on this car, calling me absolutely crazy for having ivory interior with 4 young children, you are going to get so triggered by this first big crazy modification that I'm doing to this car. We are right now on our way to ATD Coventry, the incredible company who do the exceptional, exquisite interior work for high-end cars such as Range Rover, Rolls-Royce, and even some really special Aston Martins. These guys did the interiors on the Aston Martin Valors and the 100 Zagato shooting brakes. They also happen to do the assembly and trimming for the greatest child seat in the world if you've got 3 or 4 children, the multi-pack. And today in this video, they're going to be doing a custom interior modification on this car, on the Dadcars Range Rover. I'm on my way to meet up with Minty right now, and I'm hoping to get one of their guys on camera to ask him about some of the crazy cars that they've done, because they've done stuff for like proper celebrities as well. So I'm going to see, hopefully I can get him to go on camera. Hey Minty.
Hi Ben.
Good to see you again.
You too.
So I bought my Multimax coming up for 4 years ago now.
Yep.
Amazing. You know, all 4 kids in the back of this car. But there's been a recent legislation change with child seat safety, hasn't there, in Europe and the UK, R129 compliance, and the Multimax you make now are R129 compliant. So the main reason I bought it here today is so that we can give it a service, give it an upgrade, so that it's R129 compliant. And at the same time, we might as well get it so it's in matching ivory leather, right?
Absolutely, why not?
You managed to find some actual ivory leather, like Range Rover ivory leather.
So the Range Rover's always been trimmed in ivory, which is a nice cream colour, but on the latest model, they've actually changed to a slightly darker shade and they no longer do the ivory, and it was almost impossible to find a hide of ivory. But Bridge of Weir, who are a company up north, who supply most of the automotive industry, they had 6 hides left from a cancelled project. So we bought them all, we've got a perfect match, so it's going to look fantastic.
Wow, so we managed to potentially get the last 6 hides that are matching with these L405s.
Yeah.
Wow. That's exciting, that's wicked. I can't wait to see what it's like, and I'm sure there's loads of people that are thinking, God, that guy's crazy for having an ivory leather child seat. Well, 4 ivory leather child seats. But my logic is though, actually, is that you can actually see when the inside of your car is dirty with this ivory leather.
Yes, that's
This might
true.
be man math. But do you know what I mean? Like if it's a dark colour and you can't see how grotty it gets, because with young children, with toddlers, they are grotty.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
You can
been
see all the stains with ivory.
Yes.
Very smart.
This is what I'm saying. Like, check in again with me in a couple of months when
Yeah.
when we see what the seat looks like. So should we get our current seat out?
Out, yeah.
And then we're going to strip it
Strip it
down.
down.
And then yeah, retrim it.
Rebuild it to its new ivory look. Look ace.
Right, Martin. So you are retrimming our Multimac today
Yes.
in matching ivory leather for the Range Rover.
Yes.
And is it true that you recently did all of the leather trimming for a very special Aston Martin?
Yes, we did. Yes, Aston Martin, and Gordon Ramsay is now driving it through the company.
Yeah.
We did. We did a few of the cars, and Mr. Ramsay was very, very happy with it, sort of thing. So.
Yeah, wicked. So the same person who did the interior on that special Aston Martin is doing our child seat. Has there been any other cool, notable cars that you've done the trimming for recently?
We're doing the Grenadier at the moment. That's quite a good car.
Ah, yeah. I'd love to try one of those, yeah.
Yeah, but we've had many over the years, many different projects and that. We do a lot of JLR stuff and that. I mean, trimming and stuff like that. So
I apologise if this is a bit dirty. So we have been using it for years and years.
don't worry about it. We're used to a lot more than this.
I guess when you take the seats out, you find all sorts of stuff, right?
Oh yeah, I found old pennies. We did Wayne Rooney's car, one of his cars years ago, and there was a whole pack of sweets.
Oh, really?
There was a couple of West Ham stars we did, and Guy Ritchie's.
Oh, nice.
Did a car for him.
What car did Guy Ritchie have?
I think that was another Range Rover. Could have been a Defender actually.
And you never know, in a few years' time, it might actually mean something to say that you did the seat in the Dadcars Range Rover.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know what's going to come of it.
I know many will think I'm mad for keeping this car, continuing to pay the inevitably high maintenance costs. Check the comments, no doubt many have already commented why I'm an idiot and stopped watching this video already. But today we're told to condemn cars like this and buy an EV on a cheap monthly deal. And sure, if you're looking short term, that will do the city runs far better, but ultimately be another throwaway appliance. For me, I love the fact that my family owns a car that was made in the UK and that feels special enough to keep going, to maintain, to modify for modern family use. Much like the Multimac. Other child seats, after years of using them, you simply throw them away and they end up in landfill. The Multimac is so well made, it's different. There's a lot of old Multimacs out there that are a bit tired, like mine was after years of love, and Multimac are soon launching a buyback service whereby they take back older seats, strip them down completely, check the mechanicals and replace anything necessary, and then rebuild them with all new trim pieces and harnesses to the new R129 spec. So they look brand new but will be available for families to buy at a lower price. An optional eco range. Many big companies preach about being green whilst encouraging you to throw away and buy new. This is an authentic eco-sustainability initiative and is another reason why I'm so proud to be in partnership with them. And doesn't it look stunning in matching Range Rover ivory leather? But what will my children think of their new VIP seating?
Whoa!
What do you think?
That's so cool. Oh, it's your car.
Yeah, it matches just like the Maserati now.
No, it actually looks different.
Can you feel how...
Mummy's car.
Mummy's car, feel how soft it is.
Oh, that's so nice.
Do you think having an ivory colour child seat is a sensible idea? Or do you think that it might get a little bit messy?
It might get a little bit better. Look at Mummy's car. The texture on here feels so nice on my head.
Does it feel soft and more comfortable?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, that's brilliant.
And squishy.
And squishy.
It's like a pillow.
That's because it's got very special foam in here, girls, right? Foam that is used in Formula One drivers' helmets, I believe. So 2 more family modifications I want to quickly show you in this week's episode. And the first one obviously being the big issue with these 21-inch wheels. They're far too susceptible to get curbed and the ride isn't the best in those. So what I've got is a used set of Range Rover 20-inch alloys. And although on the face they're in pretty good condition. Once I actually got them here and looked at them, as you can see on the inside, they're quite corroded. So I'm sending them to Wheelhouse Wheels in Ipswich because they've actually reached out and offered to help. And if you'd like to find out if 20-inch wheels improves the ride quality on these, because I mean, they've got a higher profile tyre, it's 55 on the 20s. And the final thing, so as subscribers know, my daily, the Dadarati, it's got a private plate on it. It's YT YouTube 04 for children, Dad. And Multimac, Kevin and Minty, they love private plates. They are car enthusiasts themselves. They've got some awesome cars. They've all got cool private plates on them as well. But they actually bought us a gift. They saw this plate after seeing my one on the Dadarati, and they bought this for us as a gift. It's incredible. Look, let me show you. So we now got mum and dad car plates for our cars as well, which is awesome. I can't wait to get this on. Look, everybody who watches my videos to the end, I appreciate it so much. You are the guys that I love the most. But other than, you know, commenting below and obviously liking the video and subscribing if you haven't done so already, I'd like to ask you just one thing. If you know somebody who's got 3 or 4 children, could you send them this video? Because look, as I think you can agree, Multimac are just such an incredible partner for me for this channel. And I would just love as many people as possible to know how incredible this child seat is, and know that just because you've got 3 or 4 children shouldn't be a barrier to you only being able to have certain cars. You can have whatever car you want. And come on, it's pretty cool that all Multimacs are hand assembled and built by ATD, the guys who do those incredibly special high-end cars. Thank you all so much for watching. If you've got any questions about the Multimac, this video right here will answer all of them, because I actually interview Kevin, the maker of the Multimac, and I ask him all the questions that you might have in your head. I'll see you on the next one.